Not long before the 2024 MLB trade deadline, Blue Jays shortstop Bo Bichette went viral for openly flirting with a trade away from Toronto when he said this.
What have you seen so far, and what do you like about the city of San Francisco?
For me, first and foremost, I want to win. That would be the number one priority for me if I was choosing a team, and the Giants obviously are committed to that. So
at the time, the Blue Jays were spiraling, and Bo Bichette himself was struggling, which made his remarks even more controversial. And of course, a lot of Toronto Blue Jays fans were rubbed the wrong way. Trade rumors surrounding Bo Bichette started lighting up like wildfire, and in the months that have passed, they haven't quieted down at all. In fact, if you were to search up Bo Bichette's name on Google, you would be inundated with countless articles speculating on where and when Bo is gonna get traded. But while everyone's talking about a potential move, no one is talking about what's actually coming. Bo Bichette is about to have a monster season. After diving deep into his stats and analyzing the state of the Toronto Blue Jays, I am convinced that in 2025, Bo Bichette is going to shock the entire MLB. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this one, we're going to be talking about Bo Bichette and why I believe 2025 is going to be a huge bounce back year for him. Before we get into it, I encourage you guys to hit the like and smash the subscribe button if you enjoy Blue Jays content and discussion so you don't miss any future videos. All right, folks, let's get into it. So the first thing that I want to highlight here is the mental of Bo Bichette. Last year, it was pretty clear that Bo Bichette was checked out, and whenever the camera would flash over to him, he just didn't look like himself, which was then reflected in his play. This year, though, I don't think that's going to be a problem, and I would argue that we are about to see the most motivated version of Bo Bichette that we have ever seen. It was reported a month ago from Bob Nightingale that Bichette is as good as gone, with no real interest in returning, friends say. Now, some might look at this as a bad thing, but I actually think that it's a good thing for the Jays, at least in the short term. Yes, it means that this will probably be the last year of Bo Bichette in a Blue Jays uniform, but that also means that this is his audition to the rest of the league in a contract year. If he really wants to leave the Toronto Blue Jays, then he needs to convince another team that he's worth their money next offseason, and the only way to do that is through his play. Last year, things did not go well for Bo, and he's gonna need to do that much more this season to prove he's still a guy that's worth a lot of money. He also has a bit more help this year in terms of production. Everyone is talking about the Anthony Santander signing and how it relates to Vladdy, which is totally fair. But what about Bo Bichette? Santander doesn't just provide protection for Vladdy, but he also provides protection for Bo, and he allows him to play his role just a little bit more. Blue Jays Nation writes, having an extra power bat in the lineup allows Bichette to stay within himself and not chase the long ball. This can be seen in his projected walk rate at 5.9%, lower than only his breakout 2019 rookie season when it was 6.6. A large part of Bichette's game is seeing the ball well and getting on base at a high rate. Bo Bichette, as we know, is always going to have a little bit of chase in his game, but with Vladdy and Anthony Santander behind him in the lineup, that should allow him to see just a couple more strikes in his at-bat, and when you're talking about somebody like Bo Bichette, that will typically result in good things happening. All of this, of course, is contingent on one very important thing: his health. Last year, Bo Bichette, even though he played in 81 games, was truly dealing with injuries the entire season. And this is so abundantly clear when we look at how he handled the fastball.
Whoa, time for a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video. Hit your picks and knock it out of the park with Betway. Scan the QR code down below to join the action. Only available in Ontario. Must be 19 years of older to participate. Please play responsibly. Now, everyone, back to the content.
Bo Bichette's batting average against the fastball last year was .213, but in almost every other season prior, he had a batting average over .300 against the fastball. Yes, there was the attitude thing and various other factors, but at age 26, you do not just see a drop-off that dramatic unless injuries are involved. And if I had to guess, his batting average against the fastball in 2025 will probably look a lot closer to his career averages around that 300 mark. This year, Bichette is coming in healthy, he's coming in motivated, he's coming in with protection, and he's going to be starting off the season right at the top of the lineup where he belongs. The trade speculation is not going to quiet down anytime soon, but he's still under contract with the Blue Jays for one more year, and I do truly believe that it is going to be a special one. But folks, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, go Jays go!